And welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys an extremely simple, very easy to do, very long lasting makeup to last you through Lunar New Year. For Lunar New Year here in Malaysia, everybody goes out, has a lot of fun, visits their friends, tries out amazing food and biscuits, and do a bit of gambling on the side. Anyway, I wanted to do a very Lunar New Year inspired makeup, hence the orange and red tones in the makeup. And of course I made it very long lasting so you can go through the heat and humidity of Malaysia without having to do very many touch-ups. I really hope that you guys enjoy this makeup tutorial, and if you want to find out how to get this look, then please keep on watching. So the first thing I'm going to do is start with my L'Oreal True Match Micro Perfecting Foundation. I'm going to use the applicator sponge to apply it all over my skin. And you might be able to tell that there are a couple of patches on my skin that are already whitened. That was from the concealer that I applied. When you're applying powder foundation, it is a good idea, if you're using a liquid concealer, to go in with the concealer first and apply it to areas where you feel you need a little bit of extra coverage, and then go over top with the powder foundation. Just make sure that you apply it in an even layer all over your skin to ensure that the coverage is perfectly even. And of course, this powder foundation is going to help keep all that oiliness and that humidity at bay, especially when you're walking around in the heat visiting houses. And I would definitely recommend popping this into your purse for some on-the-go touch-ups. Now you'll notice I didn't apply any foundation to this area over here because that's where I want to go and put in some liquid under-eye concealer, which I'm going to be doing a bit later. But first we're going to move on to the brows. I'm going to be using my L'Oreal Brow Artist Genius Kit, which just looks like this. I'm going to be using the color light to medium, and I'm going to use the waxy part to set down a base. Alright, once I've got that base set down, I'm going to move on to the powder, and I'm going to be using the exact same brush to apply the powder on top of the wax. Now I'm going to go in with an eyebrow gel to just set everything in place. I'm going to be using the Brow Tamer from Urban Decay. By the way, if I forget to mention any of the products, I'll list them all in the description box below so you guys can kind of check out what I've been using. And then I'm going to grab my Urban Decay eyebrow pencil. This is in the color Neutral Brown. And I'm going to use the very fine tip that comes at the end of this pencil to draw in some individual hairs on the inner tip of my brow. Now I've already applied a priming base to my eyes, and now we're going to move on to the eyeshadow. Now the eyeshadow palette that I'm going to be using is this L'Oreal one. It's called the Midnight Rose palette, and it just looks like this. I'm going to start off the look by applying this color right here, which is kind of a muted pinky dusty rose color, into the crease. You want to just blend it out into a haze of color, and this is going to act as our transition color. Okay, moving on to the rest of the eyes, we want to use something that lasts all day so we don't have to do any touch-ups and it doesn't fall all over our face. So what I'm going to do is actually go in with this L'Oreal Gel-Matic Super Liner. This is in the color True Brown, and what I'm going to do is actually run it as an eyeshadow onto my eyelid in the outer V. And then before that sets, I'm going to quickly just blend over it with an eyeshadow brush. So I'm just going to keep applying that color and blending it out until I get the shape that I want. Just going to do the same thing on the other eye. And you want to work more quickly when you're working with pencils and crayons, just because these products do set, and that's why they're so good for the eyes, because they really just don't budge once you're done. But when you want to blend, you better blend before they set. Now I'm going to take that same pencil and run that underneath the eyes. Just blending that out now. Now I'm going to take this shimmery pink color right here on the palette, and this is going to be used on the center of the lid, as well as in the very arch underneath the eyebrow. For the center of the lid, I'm just going to pack this on with my finger. I'm going to give you a really gorgeous glittery finish. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the Gel-Matic pencil liner in black this time and run that onto the lash line and take it out in a wing. I'm just going to use the bottom lash line as kind of a guide as to where to start extending this out. And then for the arch of the brow, I'm just going to grab a tiny pencil brush and place a bit of that shimmery color just there. Next, what I'm going to do is curl my lashes and then apply the False Lash Effects Butterfly Mascara from L'Oreal. I'm using the end without the wings to rub into or zigzag into the roots of my eyelashes. And then I'm going to flip it over and use the part with the wing to accentuate the lashes and just extend them upwards and outwards, especially at the outer corners. Now guys, you'd be able to leave the look just here if you like, if you aren't comfortable wearing falsies, if you think that you'd like the way that the false lash effect looks, that's perfectly fine, you're going to look fabulous anyway. I, of course, am going to show you guys how this look will look together with some false eyelashes. Okay guys, so I just applied some really natural looking false eyelashes, natural in that they are shorter than usual. They're still very, very full and very crisscross. I don't know, I just really like this style. It's actually from the Face Shop and the style is the number 12. Now we're going to move on to concealing and highlighting the face. The concealer that I'm using is the Cover Perfection Tip Concealer by the same. I'm just going to use this to highlight certain sections of the face as well as conceal underneath my eyes. Alright, let's do a tiny bit of contour. I'm going to be using my Sleek Face Form palette in the color Light. I want to show you guys this absolutely gorgeous blush. This is the L'Oreal Paris Lip Blush True Match, and it's just such a gorgeous kind of rosy, corally color. It's so beautiful. Let me just show you guys what it looks like on the skin. I'm applying it to the apples of the cheeks and blending it in together with my contour. And the color is really lovely and pigmented and slightly shimmery, and it just blends like a dream. I am absolutely in love with this blush. You guys have to try it. And this is what it looks like. So guys, this makeup is being done in anticipation of the Lunar New Year, so obviously I'm going to show you guys a really gorgeous orangey red lip inspired by tangerines, and this is the Color Riche L'Extraordinaire Matte. And I guess this is L'Oreal's take on the matte liquid lipstick trend, which I am loving, by the way. This one isn't drying as much as the other liquid lipstick, so it's not as matte, but it's also very much more moisturizing on the lips. Alright guys, so that is the finished, really simple tangerine Lunar New Year inspired makeup look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!